Tensions between the United States, China, and Taiwan look like they are reaching their breaking point as these tensions are boiling over, and it could lead to some very negative consequences very soon. Ready? Let's dive in. Real quick, want to let you guys know my brand new bear market investing guide is out right now, where you will learn how to identify bear markets, then within that identify the best assets in the world, and then through that figure out what the best price is to buy these companies at the best prices available, so you know when to actually enter when these assets are on sale. Normally $300 right now for you only, 99 bucks. Link is in the description below. Taiwan Semiconductor recently came out and said that the Taiwan and US tensions with China are posing serious challenges for the chip industry. Semiconductors today are basically like oil. I mean, it's literally in everything, in microwaves, in refrigerators, in cars. If you don't have access to get computer chips, you don't have access to make stuff. And we all saw how this went down in 2020 when we had giant lots full of brand new cars that were just sitting there, could not be used. They were not operable because they were waiting on that final chip, that final computer chip to finally be installed, because the entire thing was useless. It was a giant 2-ton paperweight without that one computer chip. Not only is this true of all retail stuff today, but it's also true of military equipment, which is why Taiwan is such an epicenter of tension in the East today. And now we have seen escalation of cross-strait tensions that are bringing even more challenges right now. Now, the tension has always been there, and there have always been kind of a clash over what is happening there. And I'm not going to get too specific into what has been happening and what has not been happening, what is right or wrong there, quite frankly, because using specific words and voicing specific opinions about this gets these videos completely throttled, because if you have a differing opinion than one that the algorithm doesn't want people to see, then it can get you a little bit in trouble on the platform here. But we see Blinken right now saying that China wants to seize Taiwan on a much faster timeline. Now, China has always been very vocal about reunification here with Taiwan, but it looks like things are speeding up now. China recently reiterated its intent to take the island by force if necessary. Jinping said that the wheels of history are rolling on towards China's reunification with Taiwan. While peaceful means are preferable, we reserve the option of taking all measures necessary. Now, this is particularly concerning because of what's happened between Russia and Ukraine and the way the West has responded to that. Certainly, it seems like Taiwan is a little bit more strategically important to the United States than Ukraine. I could be wrong about that, but that's the way it seems, which means that this could be an even bigger deal, especially since just days after Blinken made these remarks about this timeline speeding up, we see that the US is considering a joint weapons production with Taiwan. And this week, Taiwan's presidential office said that Taiwan would not back down on its sovereignty and would not compromise on freedom and democracy, but also that meeting on the battlefield was not an option. At the end of the day, we know that we can only speculate about what will happen in the future, and that people like you and I have very little impact over things like this. However, we can voice our opinions and say that unequivocally, war and the escalation, the unnecessary escalation of violence is probably something that should be avoided. As William Sherman said, it is only those who have neither fired a shot nor heard the shrieks and groans of the wounded who cry aloud for blood, more vengeance, more desolation. War is hell. But if something does start over there, you'll be the first to know. As always, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.